Hello again. Welcome back. Well, this is video number 3, and this is our final video. I have shared with you some ideas. I have gone over the PPT presentation, the ideas that you downloaded, read it carefully, and if you want, go to the book and read it. We were talking about when it is permitted and when it is obligated to blow the whistle or to be a whistleblower or to perform or to do blowing whistleblowing. Number one is permitted when harm will be done. The harm that will be done is serious and considerable. Number two, when employers have made their concerns known to superiors but nothing has happened. And number three, when employees have received not satisfaction from immediate supervisors and they have exhausted the channels that are available to give solutions to situations that are not working properly in a company, in a corporation, in a school. It is obligated when you have documented evidence that will convince an observer about the wrong behavior or the unethical, immoral behavior of a company, of a corporation, of a school, etc. And it's obligated also when there is strong evidence that if you do not share the information, that if you share the information, if you make it public, that will prevent serious harm, serious consequences. Okay, now to finish, let's talk about moral responsibility, legal liability, and accountability. Well, these are perspectives of how to understand responsibility in professions. And it has to do with causality and intent. So you have here the possibility to discuss a little bit the difference. I invite you to have a look at the PPT presentation. Moral responsibility is normally connected to a person, to an individual. When you are responsible for causing some particular outcome that normally has negative connotations. Let's say that you go to a forest, right? You go to a forest, or you go to a place in the country, and your careless behavior generates a fire. Or another example of moral responsibility, somebody shares with you private information and you don't protect that private information well, and other people have access to it, and that causes some consequences. Okay, moral responsibility. Also, it has to do with when you intend for something to happen, right? So let's suppose that you are a student, you are angry, you are upset, and you cause a computer at your school to stop from working, to fail, and you do it on purpose. You want that to happen. Well, you have a moral responsibility in that case. You have the intention. Okay, legal liability. As the name suggests, it has to do with legal concepts and is normally connected to corporations, companies, and to property owners. So let's imagine that I go to a restaurant and I get food poisoned. Who's responsible? Who has the legal liability? The owner of that restaurant. Or let's suppose that I go to a company, I am walking in a hall, the hall is wet, I have an accident, I fall down, who has the legal liability? The corporation, the company, because maybe they didn't take enough precautions. They were not careful enough with the maintenance of the whole. Legal liability. Accountability, it's normally associated to a person or to a group of people who are responsible, but in the sense that that person or those people have authority, they have power, and because of the exercise of that power, that authority, they cause a negative situation. Accountability applies to, as you can see in the definition, to corporations, but also to individuals. But very important that you remember, accountability is connected to those people who have power or those people who are authority figures. And particularly, they are accountable, or um, we can talk about accountability when being in charge, having the power, being the authority, they didn't, or they don't do what they're supposed to do to stop something bad, illegal, unethical from happening. Example, when you read the news, when you listen to the news, and you know the director of a company, for example, the director of a police station, knows that the police officers are doing something illegal, unethical, but he doesn't do anything, and he has the power. He's the authority. He is accountable. Difference between moral responsibility, remember that it has to do with moral consequences of behaviors associated to individuals. Normally it's connected to guilt, to shame, and not necessarily there's something of legal punishment or apologies or reparation involved. Legal liability, as the name indicates, there is a legal obligation. So normally there is a compensation in terms of money, or even in terms of going to jail, or being prevented from your liberty, from your freedom for a certain amount of time. So legal liability is normally connected to owners and to corporations. Accountability, again, is connected to those people or those groups in charge of authority or power when they don't do what they're supposed to do. And not only they have to compensate in terms of money, and sometimes they can receive legal punishment, but also they have to offer apologies, they have to make amends, they have to offer reparation, relief, etc., etc. Okay, well, we have been talking about ethics, ethical, um, professional ethics, and ethics in professions. We have discussed a little bit this concept. I invite you to go to chapter 4 in this book, or download the presentation and have a careful look at it. Now, let's go to the 2 tasks that you have for this week. As I already explained in our first encounter online session, you have 2 possibilities. An essay, when you write an essay, a 3-paragraph essay, these here in your online course, you have the discussion topic, a situation. Analyze the situation, read the situation carefully, and write a 3-paragraph essay. If you're not familiar with what is a 3-paragraph essay, you can click on this link, and it will explain how to write paragraphs and how to write 3-paragraph essays with an example. A 3-paragraph essay has an introduction, 1 paragraph for the introduction, 1 paragraph for the body, and 1 paragraph for the conclusion. And it's an essay where you are going to present your particular argument or thesis in the introduction paragraph. In the body paragraph, you develop that position, that argument. You offer reasons, you discuss it a little bit, and in the conclusion, you wrap up, you summarize what you have written. It's a short essay. Normally, it's 1 page. Okay, but here you have, in this PDF, have the possibility to read about paragraphs and essays. If you want to watch a video, here there is a video that you can watch online about how to write 3-paragraph essays. When you have the 3-paragraph essay, All you have to do is submit it here, and that's it. You write your name. Hello, Professor Fandino and classmates. My name is, this is my 3 paragraph essay, and you upload the paragraph essay as a Word document. Possibility 1. Or possibility 2, you included the 3 paragraph essay in your message. The two options work. I think the first one is better. Say, hi, hello, my name is, this is my essay, it's about this, and here you have it. Please download it as a Word file. Okay, possibility 1. This is one option. The second option that we have in these weeks, in this week, is the possibility of generating a cartoon. And this is option 2. What is a cartoon? A cartoon is an animation. It should be 2 or 2 minutes and a half long. And in that cartoon, you should try to address these 4 questions. In the cartoon, in the animation that you generate, you have to generate an animation and cartoon that presents, discusses, explains these 4 questions. When you have the cartoon done, upload the link to the cartoon so I can have a look at your cartoon. I advise you to use Powtoon. If you don't know how to use Powtoon, you can watch this tutorial that will explain what Powtoon is, how it works, etc., etc. And at the end, you just upload the cartoon. The 2 options, you decide. Nobody has to tell you, you have to do this, you have to do that. There are 2 options, you have to choose only one. Or activity 2 or activity 3. Well, thank you so much for your participation, for your attendance. I hope that these 3 videos are explanatory. Go to the presentation, have a look at it, read it carefully. If you want, watch the YouTube video. Second possibility, possibility number 3 is go to the book, have a look at it, and don't forget our 2 activities. I will see you next week online. Take care. Bye bye.